Okay, so being a PM and the responsibilities, right? Okay, so I think that's the second time I'm saying that. Right. So being a PM, right? Um, I'm sure that if you are making up your mind that you want to become a program manager, right? Chances are you maybe gone online, seeing things. I think it was the Atlassian um, blog or product guys that defines program management as an organizational function and blah blah blah, right? But I think I have a pretty interesting definition for product management, right? And responsibilities, right? So this is my definition. Um, Again, if you been exposed to product management through one way or the other, you would, or the other, or the Yoruba man in me. So if you made your research around product management, just type it into Google, type it on Google, right? Chances are that you've seen this Venn diagram that has business, UX, and then tech. And then at the center of it, at the intersection of it, feel like a big math student now. At the intersection of it, you see product management, right? So my definition of a product manager is someone who sits at the center of everything, right? To make sure that the business prospers, the customers are satisfied, and the tech team understands what they're supposed to do. Now, this is why, right? So, take business for instance. Everything business understands is, like one of my former line managers would say, is Naira and Kobo, right? Profit. How would we make 2K into 5M, right? That is all business is interested in. Business is saying, oh, I have this particular amount of money, and over the course of 5 years, I want to make it into this, right? But this is my vision. This is what I'm looking at. I want us to solve a problem and then make money from it, right? That is on one hand. Now there's um, UX, that's customers, right? Customers want to get satisfied, right? They want to be happy. They are willing to pay for your service, right? That is on another hand, right? You also try to like understand customer requirements, what customers need. That's where the whole skill set of marketing analysis, customer engagement, customer relationship management, and all of that comes in, right? For businesses, business talk in BRDs, that's business requirement document, and then there's tech, right? Tech don't even understand what anybody's saying, right? There's this saying, I don't know where I came across it, that as a product manager, your role, right? And I've also come to understand is that your role as a product manager is to make sure that the tech team is working on the most important thing at the most important time, right? You're the one that prevents them from getting dragged, right? I've worked in a place before where um, one of the things I ensured I did, we didn't have a QA on the team. So one of the things I did as a PM was that I made sure that before any bug is assigned to my dev, I've tested it and made sure that this thing is really a bug, because really customers can be surprising. I remember there was a time where someone was trying to log into their I think I was working on, there was this product I worked on. It's an inventory management solution. So a customer was trying to log in into the solution, and they signed up with their company email, and then when they were signing in again, they were using their personal email, and then the next thing I saw was the product is buggy, and I was lost, right? We can't sign into the Apple, we can't do this, we can't do that. So instead of my devs to drop whatever they are doing and fixing that, I told them to keep up. They were not even aware of the bug, right? I tried to debug, tried to replicate the error, and then I was able to solve it. So again, back to what I was saying, let's not lose focus of that. Is as a PM, you're the center of everything, right? That's why they say PM wears multiple hats, right? So as a PM, look at yourself as, say, a leader of an orchestra, right? You are there to make sure that the violinist I don't know if that is correct. The violinist, plays the right note. The guitarist comes in at the right time, right? So you are there to translate everybody's interest. You are there to represent the customers, right? You are there to represent the business interest. You are there to represent tech, right? Of course, you interface with many other people. I'm talking QA, I'm talking customer success, I'm talking data analyst, right? You intersect with every other person. But at the at the core crux of your role as a PM, you are there to make sure that everybody at the end of the day is satisfied, right? Everybody is happy. Business makes more money, customers get value for their money, right? And then you know, tech works on the right thing at the right time, right? That's where your skill set as an estimator, somebody that is able to prioritize, will then come into play, right? And I think it's quite important to add that when you say product management, right, this course is entirely on digital product management. Maybe, maybe there are principles that can be applied to physical product management, right? But product management is not limited to the digital space. It's not limited to building apps or, you know, building the next ChatGPT or whatnot, right? You can manage furniture products. You can manage book as a product, right? So I think it's important to add that. So in summary, your responsibility as a PM is to wear multiple hats. Simple as that. You are there to make sure that everybody's interest is properly represented, right? You translate business requirements for everybody to understand. You translate customer requirements for everybody to understand, and then you make sure that the tech team works on the right thing at the right time.